This is BBC London 94.9. My name is Eddie Nesta. Now, look, we've been doing some work for the last 2 or 3 years now with London 360. That's sadly going to come to an end around about Christmas time because this show, as we know it, comes to an end. But I'm very happy to say, joining me now is a lady who's sick, but she's coming because she knows she wouldn't get another chance if she didn't. Valentina is coming from London 360. What's the matter, Valentina? I've been reading your tweets and you say you're ill. What is the matter?
I'm suffering from winter flu.
Winter flu. Man flu. Man flu is a killer.
It is a killer. But I'm a survivor, so I'm going to keep on going.
Yeah, you do that. You get no sympathy in here. You come on and you're rubbish and you say it's because I had the cold.
Exactly.
I had the flu. You be good.
I'll be great, actually. I'll be great.
Yeah, you did that. Be troublesome. Let's get to the stories and we'll find out how you joined London 360 and how you're finding it in a little while. I appreciate very much you coming in to join us. London 360 on the community channel, highlighting some of the little-known stories affecting us here in the capital. Where do we start this week then, Valentina?
Yeah, our first feature is about prejudice against homosexuals within the Jamaican and African community. So earlier this year, the talented musician Frank Ocean released a press statement confirming the status of his sexual orientation, where he spoke about falling in love with another man. This brave and heartfelt confession from the star led to a huge outcry of support from some members of the hip-hop industry, who have been deemed in the past to be stereotyped as slightly homophobic. However, with every story, there's always a backlash. And in regards to the singer's confession, some members of the Jamaican and African community have remained silent on their views on homosexuality, whilst others haven't been afraid to voice their negative opinions on the subject matter, especially those who come from Caribbean descent. Are members of the black community still using abusive language to describe homosexuals within the community? Is there still prejudice? London 360 caught up with the UK actress Roxy Sternberg to gain her perspective on whether homophobia still exists within the Jamaican and African community.
They would say, oh, you're such a man, you're such a, the same way you would say you're such an idiot, you're not actually an idiot. They're just saying that like it's a jokey way, but it can offend some people, and so you should be very careful about who you say it in front of and how you say it. But I know that it still is in, the depths of Kingston, Jamaica. I'm sure it is frowned upon to be gay, but over here, and to me personally, I believe that love is between love and love. You don't need to, be a particular race, be of a particular background, stature. You can be anyone, and I believe that it should be accepted.
It's incredibly noble. And I appreciate it, and certainly it's come up because we've got a new Archbishop of Canterbury, but he doesn't believe in gay marriage. Isn't the point in all of this, Valentina, that in Jamaica homosexuality is illegal, and therefore, based upon that, that's how a lot of people have a view on it?
Well, aren't people killed in Jamaica apparently for their homosexuality, if they are homosexual?
No, this is something that has been said, but certainly I've been to Jamaica. I've seen people and spoken to people who I believe to be, I'm pretty sure, are gay, and there's nobody who's attacking them there.
Well, I have a quote actually from the Jamaican Observer from residentials in Jamaica who say that 82% felt that male homosexuality was immoral. What do you say about that?
Well, it goes against their teachings in the Bible, and I'm not trying to, advocate attacking anybody.
No, I understand.
I'm talking to you about how we place our 21st century London views upon people who don't have it. It may well tear the Anglican Church apart, but in Jamaica, it is illegal.
Yeah.
So that's where you would start. You wouldn't start with singers. You wouldn't start with anything. You would start with the law. Change the law.
That's true. But I have friends who are from a Jamaican descent, who are British born, and they are in the closet, and they feel that they can't come out in the community because of the views of their cultural ancestry.
Well, is that because they're Jamaican or because they're black?
They are Jamaican, actually. I have friends who are Jamaican.
So if they were from St. Lucia, Trinidad, Dominica...
it could be the whole black community. I have friends who are not only Jamaican, who are also in the closet, but they feel as though they're not able to be comfortable enough to go openly out in the community.
How old are you?
I'm 23, actually.
Would it be easy if you were white and working class, do you think,
I think it's accepted in the UK more, definitely. Within the British society, I do think it's accepted.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, it's and I know the story, Mr. Ocean, and it's fantastic. And lots of Americans came out supporting,
of course,
and whatever. And it will be interesting to see how that particular story plays out. I'm sure you get a lot of feedback on that. What's your next story?
Sure. My next story is focusing on Newham trading standards cracking down on skin lightening products within the area. So London 360 went down to Newham Trading Standards to launch a crackdown last month on illegal skin lightening products being sold in the area. London 360 went down to investigate and speak with Neil Bracken, the Director of Community Safety, who gave his insight about the new operation.
Yeah, one of the things that we've noticed is the increase in cosmetic products that actually contain dangerous chemicals. And trading standards have been working hard to actually make sure these products are taken away to reduce risk to the consumers and the residents of Newham. The UK regulations are quite clear. Products used on the skin must be tried and tested and known to be safe. A lot of products from elsewhere in the world don't comply to these standards. They contain dangerous chemicals, they contain carcinogenics and things that can have long-term as well as short-term effects on the users. Quite clearly, people are going into shops, thinking these products are legitimate products and buying them unwittingly. Quite often the packaging will contain foreign languages, so they're unable to read what the contents are. And it's our job to actually help protect people who might think these products are genuine and safe to use when in fact they're not.
Yeah, hold on a minute. Seeing as you've told me about your friends who were in the closet, you got friends who've used skin lightening products?
No, I haven't actually.
You don't have any friends?
No, I don't.
Or you don't have any friends who've told you that they use skin lightening products?
Perhaps, but as far as I know, all my friends are confident with their skin colour.
You never used it yourself?
No, I haven't.
Well, hold on a minute before you get all that. No, I would never.
No,
before
I
you
haven't.
Get like that, do people use it for a spot on their chin? Because there's a coloration. You go in, I went in the other day and I had a look at one of those hair places and they're like 32 different, I imagine they're legal, different types of skin lightening products. So that, evidently somebody's using them, supply and demand and all that.
Can you name one?
Hell, why would I be able to name them?
Well, you've seen them. So.
I counted them.
You've counted them, but you don't know the name of one of them.
No, I have no interest in using them. And you can often tell when people use them, they look very, very scary.
Okay.
But I don't think it's, Africans alone. A lot of Asians use it.
Asian society, yeah.
When I was in Goa, lots of the adverts, the lighter you are, the more aspirational you are, the more affluent you are, and the better you are seen. So the skin lightening, it will be forever one of those eternal subjects. But if it's illegal and there are chemicals in there that could hurt you, then I am glad they're being taken off. Well, good work by Newham. And your third story, please, Valentina?
Sure. There's lots of scandals surrounding the arts this week. London 360 headed down to speak to David York, one of the founders of the British East Asians Association, where he spoke about the current controversy surrounding the casting scandal with hiring not enough of British East Asian actors. Here is the latest.
It was basically in response to the Royal Shakespeare Company are doing this production at the moment of this play called The Orphan of Zhao, which is it's a Chinese classic, and it's often referred to as the Chinese Hamlet. And they've elected to do this with a cast of 17 actors, only 3 of whom are from East Asian backgrounds, and none of them are playing what we would call leading roles. They're not. And so it happened very organically. Actually, we kind of started protesting about it, and the protest has grown. It's gone around the planet. We've had enormous support from America, from Australia, from Malaysia, from Canada. We've had the award-winning playwright, American Chinese playwright David Henry Hwang, has written a statement about it.
I don't understand that one. What is the actual problem? What is actually worrying people here?
Well, basically, the Royal Shakespeare Company are deciding to do a Chinese Hamlet, which is the UK Hamlet version of their play called The Orphan of Zhao. And what's happening is that they're casted a majority of Caucasian actors to play an Asian play instead of hiring their own. So that's really the main issue. And visibly, if we look at the Office for National Statistics, there are 700,000 East Asians living in Britain today, yet they feel for some reason they're invisible in mainstream UK culture.
Okay. So in terms of that, they should be featured, and it should
of course.
They should be given the opportunity.
They're underrepresented in the UK theatre.
Okay. Now, look, we've got 2 minutes, you and I. And I've asked all London 360 who are coming in to put a subject on the agenda, something that they feel passionate about. Let's hear yours.
Okay, well, I think the obvious headline of the week was Obama being re-elected as president, but I thought a story that was quite interesting, which is been talked about, which is of a vile Arsenal fan posting a video of his 3-year-old son singing a foul-mouthed chant about the Manchester United player Robin van Persie. This angelic and beautiful 3-year-old child was seen singing horrified, verbal, disgusting rape chants, and it's a song that felt so natural to the child. It was like as if he was singing a nursery rhyme. And although the father felt very ashamed and he apologised for it, he actually justified it by saying that all children should be allowed to swear. Now I ask, how can he get away with that as a parent? And should children at that age, at 3 years old, be really allowed to swear?
Yeah, I mean, there's a 13-year-old that we featured at Millwall who's now been put on a race awareness course because he was chanting to a Bolton Wanderers player. And we featured it on my Drive Time show. And what I've been told by numerous professionals is that children aren't inherently racist. They aren't born with that, but they do, copy what they think their parents are saying or what their parents feel, and indeed what they hear in the playground. So it is really unfortunate, but it's difficult, isn't it? What do you do? Football is so tribal, you know. The first thing I do, anywhere I go on holiday, right, anywhere around the world, the first day, I'll always wear my football top.
Who do you support?
Manchester United. I'm a glory-seeking so-and-so.
I thought you were an Arsenal fan at first.
Hell no. That's why that Muppet out there with that badge needs to get off the premises pretty sharpish. But I just wonder when children say things, I think maybe the parent has a case to answer. It sounds to me like he's only apologising because he got caught.
Exactly, because of the outcry.
Yeah. Why would he put it on the net? People just get so confident.
I don't know. Instant fame, I guess.
Why would you teach a child? Well, you say fame, I would say infamy, yes?
Sure.
Notoriety. Where do we catch London 360, Valentina?
We catch London 360 on Sky Community Channel 539 on fortnightly on Mondays and Thursdays at midday and midnight.
Yeah, I could have done a whole show on skin, lightning and homosexuality in the Caribbean. Maybe we'll feature that when you come back.
And maybe you'll take part actually in my TV feature, perhaps.
Well, yeah. Happy, always happy to help. You go home, get to sleep, and get some rest. This is BBC London 94.9. Thank you so much
Thank you
for coming in.